The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
19.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Easily, he fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Brissett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Bills in 2-6.
Frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw is Brissett. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They'll run on first down with Akers. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 8. 13-0 is the score after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the big. Here's Brissett. A quick throw, but incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, Brissett. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Brissett now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Brissett. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Hey, kill.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Hunter Renfrow, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
14, run it.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They run over center with Mitchell. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. But once again, it's Mitchell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing, Brissett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So they go with a pass there on a 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Wilson's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It's third and long for Brissett, and that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Austin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, did a little toe tap to stay.
The ideal there for the offense, Charles, you take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation. Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before you get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brissett. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
So 14.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zerline now for the PAT. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Final minute now in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fourth down, Brissett. And he's got Hurst as tight end.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll throw again. Brissett.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. He's at the 40. the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Texans. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see offense go from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Room here to run. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. 20, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Demario Davis there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Wilson. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, and they go back to Harris. And able to work his way down to the 16.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Mitchell.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
A give up the middle to Akers.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Hey, kill. Go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a fashion, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown.
Team, good, go. Okay. Go. Okay. Go. 19, set, go! Go! 19, set, go! We're good to go. 19, set, go. 19, set, go. 19, good, go. 19, set, go. 19, 10, go.